Hey guys, welcome back to your channel. This episode is about oneness and the meaning of life. Have you heard of oneness? I guess if you know a lot about spiritual world, then you have heard of it. Oneness is the idea that we are all manifestations of the same consciousness, meaning we are all the one, the universe, then we are the one, God, and we are the one, the nature, the animals, everything, desks, everything is the one after all. And this idea kind of fascinates me because I have found many other religions or even science are talking about the same thing, the oneness. For instance, in the ancient Indian philosophy, there is this concept of Brahman and Atman. Brahman means a principle controlling the universe, and Atman means the principle controlling individuals. In Indian ancient philosophy, they think these Brahman and Atman are the same thing. And they also believe that by knowing that they are the same thing, people can reach our eternal happiness. And also they think that this Brahman, which controls the universe, is immortal, and if the Atman is the same thing as Brahman, then obviously Atman is also immortal, meaning the human beings are also immortal. And you can also find this idea in this oneness concept in Buddhism. In Buddhism, it argues that everything is empty. And emptiness is everything. So it says that everything that exists in this world is just empty. And it's kind of similar to this oneness idea. And also even in Islam or Christianity, or even in the Japanese Shinto, I also I feel that they are also talking about the same thing. For instance, in Christianity or Islam, they said God created everything. God created this universe, this world. And in Shinto, it says there are like millions of God existing in those nature, such as stones, mountains, or rivers. These two ideas seems to be contradictory, but I think if God created everything in this world, then obviously everything in this world has the consciousness of God or has the intention of God. So everything that exists in this world is just a part of the God. And we human beings are obviously also one of the elements that consists of God. Then if we are part of the God, then we should also admire ourselves and respect ourselves. So the concept of oneness will lead you to think what's the meaning of our lives. And I think why God created us and why we are here living is that God wanted to experience the love. I think God is almighty. He knows everything. He's aware of everything. I don't know if it's he or she or something. Anyways, God is aware of everything, but only being aware of it doesn't mean that you also experiencing it. So for him to be able to experience the feeling of love, He created this universe and the earth and the human being. That's my interpretation. If you have another interpretation, please let me know. I would love to hear it. My interpretation is that God wanted to experience the feeling of love. That's why He created the human being, this world, the universe. And for us to actually experience the love in the world of duality, we have to experience first the feeling of fear. That's why God also created the duality, love and fear, men and women, and joy and hate, alive and death, things like that, wrong and good. So for us to actually experience something joyful, lovable, we have to first experience the feeling of fear. Without experiencing the feeling of fear, we cannot really know the true meaning of love. And I think so many people in this world today is experiencing the feeling of fear, especially in this time of coronavirus. But in that sense, experiencing the fear is also meaningful, because unless we experience the fear, we cannot experience the love. And I think the meaning of we living in this world, given this life, is that through these experiences we are learning and we are going to improve our souls, and we are, by experiencing it, we are trying to improve our soul to our even higher one, better one. And I believe that human beings are having millions of lives until now. Even our body dies, our soul will not die, and the soul will go back to the heaven, and then they will come back to the earth or some other planets again to experience the life. That's my interpretation of this universe and the meaning of life. And talking about oneness, I often think of my body cells. I heard that we have almost 37 trillions of cells in our single body, and each cell is just like individual us. If we think about the universe, how big the universe is, we are just each one of the cells in our body, but the cells are functioning as a whole. The cell will not behave individually, or it will not behave selfishly. They are functioning as a whole. This is also kind of the analogy of oneness. And we as a human being is also behaving as a whole from the perspective of God, of the universe, the Creator. And in that sense, you can say that if we and the universe are the same, we as a whole is the universe, then we already are the everything. Everything is us, and we are the everything. And in that sense, we already have everything in ourselves. And then if you think you're as precious as God, then you would like to also respect yourself. You would like to admire yourself. And also when you think everything else is just you, your family, your friends, your colleagues, everyone around you are you, and not only human beings. also all the animals, insects, plants, trees, water, air, everything is just you, just part of you. Then you will start to destroy the environment. You will start to love the nature, the environment, and also people around you, because they are all you. If you have a feeling of respect towards yourself, then you would definitely think you would also respect other people. But I guess many people don't even have a respect to themselves, and which is a very problem. That's why I created this podcast to share my thoughts that loving ourselves is actually a really precious, great thing, which I think is a solution to all the problems we are facing in this life. And why I think so is just like what I said. We are the universe. Universe are us. If we do not exist, then the universe will not exist either. You can even say like that. Even the Max Planck, the Nobel Prize winning German physicists, said that everything that we regard as existing requires consciousness. In other words, without the consciousness, we cannot regard anything as existing. So the consciousness is also a great thing in the human beings. And I also believe that the beginning of the universe was also created by the manifestation of one single consciousness. In that sense, we are as great as the creator of the universe, because we are also a conscious being. We can also create our own realities. In my first few episodes, I guess episode 2 or 3, I discussed that we don't find ourselves. We are creating ourselves. We are the creator. Human beings are creator, because the creator of the universe is the same as us. That's why we can also be a creator of the universe. We are creating ourselves, this world, this reality. It's up to your choice what kind of world you wanna choose, what kind of world you wanna be at. So if you are aware of this concept of oneness, then you will cease to think many things in dualism. You will start to realize the non-duality, and you will stop thinking which one's good and which one's bad, because after all, everything is the same. There is no good or bad. Everything is existing at the same time. You do not pick this or that. You can pick this and that at the same time. Alright, today I shared my thoughts on this concept of oneness and the meaning of our lives. I'm sure many people don't think the same way as me, but I would love to hear, what do you think the oneness is? What do you think the meaning of life is? What do you think about God? What do you think about the beginning of the universe? Things like that. I'm super fascinated by this stuff. Alright, thank you for listening. Bye bye.